This channel officially has a Discord server. Feel free to join. Link in the description. Hello everyone, this is Record of Ragnatalk, the podcast about the manga and anime, Record of Ragnarok, and I am so sorry with how long this episode has taken to come out, but honestly, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading this episode because I am so excited and I am so nervous that I don't know how to approach this angle because finally, after years of waiting, literally years of waiting, my fixation, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and my baby boy, Simo is finally here. He is finally here. Oh, but it's not just Simo that we go over in this chapter. Let's get into it. So we see Odin pondering, talking about how the gods only need 2 more winds, and his arm is transforming, and it's sprouting a makeshift sword tree sort of thing, talking about Yggdrasil, and how it's eventually coming back, and how his dream is going to come true, how he only needs 2 more god victories. We get back into some exposition with Siegfried, Nostradamus, and Geir. Geir making another amazing face. I'm loving the faces we get from Geir. 10 out of 10, as always. And honestly, there's a lot explained within the next few pages, so I'm just going to summarize it really quickly. Basically, Odin needs humanity eliminated so that he can move on and activate the primordial gods and activate all of their items, and he needs a human vessel that can handle all of those items. A human vessel like this is extremely rare, but he found one, and the human vessel is Siegfried, and once he uses Siegfried as the vessel, they are finally going to eliminate all the non-primordial gods, all of humanity. So yeah, pretty much this is all because Brunhild is trying to save everybody, not just Siegfried. So everybody that thought that, oh, she's only doing this for Siegfried. First of all, I don't even know if you read the manga. I'm not sure how, I can't with those people. But yeah, no, so basically Siegfried is very important, but then it is revealed in the end, not Nostradamus, Siegfried tells Goal that she is the key to everything. She plays a major piece in this puzzle, which I don't know how. I'm not sure how they're going to pull it off. Goal is confused because she clearly doesn't know. I'm very confused. I don't know. So I'm curious to see where this goes exactly. And then, after that, we cut to Brunhild. She is big chilling on that fountain, and Loki comes up, and she literally begs Loki to go next. Like, Loki, I need you to go next so that I can kill you. Which, that's a pretty crazy thing to demand. But Loki's like, nah, I'm gonna go anyway. Loki still has a huge crush on Brunhild, as we know. He goes to his room and is like, you really want me dead? Like, you're really gonna kill me for this shit? And he has a fucking breakdown. Like, he loses his mind. He starts laughing. He starts destroying everything in his room except for the Brunhild doll that he's got. And he's not happy. He is not happy at all. And then my poor boy, my favorite and most hyped god, Anubis, he comes in and he's like, yo, Susan is gone, I'm ready. Y'all said I was going next, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to rock and roll. And they cuck him again. Well, Loki cucked him specifically. And this is very similar to what happened to Shiva, if you recall. Shiva was meant to go in round 2, and then he was meant to go in round 3, and ultimately he ended up going in round 5. Yeah, I mean, Shiva got cucked a lot. So at the end of the day, you know, I think Shiva's assuming Anubis goes next, which I have a theory on why I think that's going to happen after Loki loses. I believe Loki is going to lose, and that's not just my bias talking. It's mostly my bias talking, but it's not just my bias talking. I'd say like 90% of my bias and 10% using my brain. I think Anubis is going to go next. Shiva was cucked 3 times in a row for his round. Anubis, he's only got 2. So Anubis is like, he's really upset, obviously, that he's not going next. And Shiva's probably just like, bro, get in line. You don't know real pain like I do. But yeah, Loki, he put himself into the ring. He's going next. And Brunhild selects the one fighter who can take him down. And then, this is really interesting. We cut to the Valkyrie before the introduction of the Einhar. As far as I can recall off the top of my pretty brain, that's the first time that's happened so far. Every time we've been introduced to the Einhar first, and then the Valkyrie comes in. But this is time the Valkyrie is showing up, and then the Einhar comes and greets her, which I think is it's a nice change of pace. I love when they expand upon the relationships between the Einhar and the Valkyrie. I hate when the Einhar and the Valkyrie's relationship is just sort of tossed to the side, just thrown. Like it sort of was like that during round 10 and round 9. I mean, I would say there was some interaction, but like especially round 10, I like seeing the Einhars and the Valkyries meet and being like, all right, we gonna team up and we're gonna have a good time. I love that, so I'm really happy that they're kind of doing that with this one as well. So we have Radgridir. I'm gonna call her Reindeer. So Reindeer, she's looking around. She can't find the human she's supposed to be with. So she has, like anybody would normally do in this situation, she has a picnic. And I love how they have this little Snow White thing where all the animals are there. There are the birds, there's the deer. A bird lands on her shoulder. And then, boom, the motherfucking thing. I had to throw something, I'm so hyped. He comes out and if he's there, it's Simo. Simo Hauha. He says, let's protect our fatherland. Gives them a salute. He's finally here. The main man, the number one, that boy. The aura is off the charts. Oh! I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous because I don't think his win is as locked down and is as secured as Okida's was. Like Okida, author's pet following 2 human losses. This one, in my opinion, it makes more sense story-wise for it to be a human win, because then it would have to force Odin to go next. Because if Loki wins, then all Odin would have to do is fight next, and just he would have to win. And then the manga would be over, and then the gods would win. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're gonna have to give the W to humanity. They're gonna have to give it to Simo. At least that's what I think. I'm still worried. I'm still nervous, but I am so excited. Simo is finally here, and next month's chapter cannot arrive soon enough, man. February is going to be packed. We got the Royal Rumble on the 1st, and then I got Katsucon, and then we're getting more Simo in this bitch, and I am excited. Let me know how excited you guys are in the comments below. And Loki, I think you're great. I think you're a cool character, but you gotta die. You gotta go. You gotta be pushing up daisies. You gotta kick the bucket. You gotta go out to pasture. You gotta do everything. Loki, you're great, but whatever it takes for you to die, you gotta do that, please, and thank you.